So, if you wanted to start out your 3-stage practice cycle with some good technical practice, you might work on going through all your string groups, work on your scale, and then work on your roll patterns. As long as you do it very precisely and with the time reference so that you make sure you're absolutely in time, all of those are fantastic finger exercises. So now that we've learned all that stuff about playing scale patterns, we can start thinking about doing some other things that will get our fingers moving around independently of each other. And one of the good exercise for doing that is something called roll patterns. And roll patterns are all little 8-note patterns that we teach our fingers to do. And we can use all those string groupings that we used others before to practice these roll patterns. And there are 4 of these, and some of them might be easier for you to play than others. The idea is all these things teach your fingers to work independently of each other. So I'm back up here at the 8th fret, and I'm going to get here on group 2, strings 4, 5, and 6, and we're going to learn something called a forward roll. And it's important to remember that this is 8 notes. It's easy to play 9 notes if you're not careful. So this is an 8-note pattern, and it works like this. Thumb on the 6th string, index finger on the 5th string, middle finger on the 4th string. So T-I-M. And then we just do that again. T-I-M, T-I-M, and then T-I. And that is 8 notes. Then we start over. T-I-M, T-I-M, T-I, T-I-M, T-I-M, T-I. And that starts us building some independence in our fingers with this thing called the forward roll. We can do that on any set of strings. Doesn't matter. We just want to make our fingers create that pattern. The next one of these roll patterns is called the reverse roll. Well, as you might expect, it's the exact opposite of that. So once again, here on group 2, we go middle, index, thumb, middle, index, thumb, middle, index. And that is 8 notes. And then we repeat. And that's the second one of these roll patterns, the reverse roll. Now we're going to learn one called the forward reverse roll. It's half of one and half of the other. So the way that works is we play thumb, index, middle, thumb, middle, index, thumb, middle. T-I-M, T-M-I-T-M. And that one might look kind of confusing at first, and it might look like it's a mouthful, but in reality, that is a little bit easier to play than the other ones. It sort of falls naturally under your fingers. So the forward reverse roll, work on that a little bit. The next one, the last one, is called a mixed roll or an alternating roll. And really this is just a 4-note pattern that repeats itself. But it goes thumb, index, thumb, middle, thumb, index, thumb, middle. One really neat thing about that is we don't have to have an instrument to practice that. Anywhere where you can find a flat surface, if you don't have any picks on, you can sit down and just practice making your fingers go in those patterns, just playing on a tabletop. Another great place to do that is when you're driving in your car. Steering wheel works excellent for that. Now the next thing I'd like to talk about with regard to practicing, and not just practicing, but like actually learning about the instrument, On the pedal steel, there are so many places to play the exact same thing that it's really a good idea to start looking for those places.
See the equipment our pros use at the best prices anywhere online. Support small business and save.